So normally I'm a proactive, positive person, but the first thing that'll catch your eye is when they're not there or they're done incorrectly. And by incorrectly, I mean blatantly incorrectly. We're not even talking about content. So the first thing that'll catch your eye is format that makes no sense, grammar errors, spelling. The application asked for 3 letters of references, you provided 2. The application asked for a letter of intent, you didn't complete one. The application asked for you to take a survey, you chose not to take the survey. Those are the kind of things that are the first thing that any recruitment office will look for. Okay, so what I would say is get feedback and be humble enough to get feedback, and it's going to be really uncomfortable. But when you get feedback on a letter of intent or you get feedback on your resume, expect feedback. If somebody hands it back to you and says it's good, then I would hand it back to them and say, give me at least one suggestion. Because by them handing it back to you and saying it's good, they're really not doing you any service. Second to that, in the interview, you're going to want to practice it. Not rehearse it, but practice it, because you want to get so comfortable in the uncomfortable of an interview, because it's going to create anxiety. It does for everybody, but we want to get that anxiety to a point of excitement. And the way you do that is you practice it with people, get their feedback, and get so comfortable in the uncomfortable that by the time you get to the interview, you're actually excited to be there. So I think as you go into an interview, I think it's important to think of it as a conversation rather than a test. So as you go into an interview, you develop this interview mindset where you're going to have a conversation with a panel of people who truly want to get to know you better, who want you to do well. I think the mistake people make is they go in and they answer the questions as if there's a yes or no answer. And your goal is to let the panel into your head. Let them see your thought process. And the only way you can do that is really by having a discussion rather than just answering a question and hope you got it right. So before an interview, you develop that kind of mindset. You practice that mindset. So respond to questions that you find online in a way that seems natural and conversational versus answering and then hoping you got it right.